a police officer is caught in a very compromised situation. Here it is.
Nos gustan los pillos nosotros. Mira, pisando están, mira. No, ya el condado lo va a mandar.
No te vaya a ver porque
vaya, para el carro, mira, para atrás la lleva, mira, ve. Ey, no, mira,
pues corriendo ya, mira.
Ey, yo. Quítate más, ¿verdad?
Quítate, dale.
Ey, yo.
ay, pero por lo menos disimulándote para allá, ve, escondido.
Put it up, full mask. The gentleman who recorded this has done that local community, and by extension, all of us, a hell of a public service. This police officer caught in this situation was doing so at a park with children. According to the video, he hugs and touches his female companion. They go in the back seat of the cruiser. This is in Maryland. Prince George's police officer Francesco Marlett has been suspended after social media went viral of him kissing a woman before they went into the backseat of his patrol car. After becoming aware of the video, the police department posted this statement, and it reads, PGPD Executive Command is aware of a video circulating on social media with one of our officers. As soon as we became aware earlier today, we opened an investigation to determine the circumstances. Additional information will be released once investigated and confirmed. So we do have that additional information, but let me say this before I get into it. The police department refused to release the name of the individual under actual investigation. I want you to think about this. Police department, sometimes the chief will come out, hold a press conference and tell you exactly who's under investigation. He wants you to know how he feels, how his department feels about a particular person or group of people. Names are not withheld. But when it comes to a police officer who should be held to a higher standard of accountability, let's hide the name. Well, we got the name now. All right, so details of the incident. Nelson O, who declined to give his last name because he feared retaliation, said he filmed the video of the encounter that was shared on a relative's TikTok account. He was in Oxon Hills, Carson Park, with his child and family to play soccer. This was on a Sunday night. He saw the officer walking around looking suspicious, but when he saw the young girl pull up, he started recording because something didn't seem right. He said, adding that the female appeared to be in her early 20s. The two remained in the vehicles for about 40 minutes before exiting the back of the police cruiser and quickly leaving the park in their respective vehicles. Quote, it was concerning because there's kids around, Nelson O said. It just seemed off because this is the person that you're supposed to call for suspicious activity, doing the suspicious activity, 7 News also discovered a second video circulating online involving the same police vehicle. This time, the PGPD cruiser was parked at a different park. A woman can be seen getting into the back seat. We have that video. Here it is.
Nos gustan los pillos nosotros. Mira, pisando están, mira. No, ya el condado lo va a mandar.
No te vaya a ver porque
vaya.
Now he's supposed to be the damn police, and he got everybody putting him under investigation. He doesn't know anyone is recording him in all these locations. There's probably more video. Okay, let's put it up full mask. There's a twist, there's an irony to the ironic story. According to the Daily Mail, Officer Marlett's estranged wife, her name is Paula on the left, lashed out at her husband in a series of Facebook posts following the initial video of the officer with whom she claims is his alleged mistress, Virginia Pinto, on the right. That's according to the Daily Mail. Both women would accuse the other of being the first to cheat in their respective marriages and being dumped by their husbands for said cheating. Both Paula and Pinto are mothers of 3. So let's go to this cop's past. Now, you have to imagine, this isn't about a lifestyle dynamic. If he's lying to people in his personal life, not a good thing, but definitely not really my business until he decides to bring this madness into the community in his official uniform while working inside of his police cruiser when there are people who actually need real police officers doing real police work, who are honest and have integrity. If this individual is corrupt enough to do things like this, not once, but obviously at least twice, what else do you think he does? So here's the past of the cop. This is his second suspension, according to the record. He was previously charged with child abuse in 2016 for allegedly knocking a 3-year-old baby unconscious. Those charges were dropped. His friends expunged his record. Officer Marlett was also suspended for a month in May of 2023 after being accused of domestic violence. He then returned to duty in June. Let me talk about the child abuse incident. So Officer Marlett was watching his girlfriend's son. This was on December 27th, 2016, according to the report. She was making dinner. The state's attorney's office said in a statement, after the child soiled the bed, Marlett allegedly began spanking the child. And the child hit his head against a wall, lost consciousness, could have died, obviously. When the boy's mother came into the room to see what was happening, the child was unconscious, and Officer Marlett was performing CPR. That's according to the official statement. The child was treated for a concussion and a bruise above his eye at the Children's National Medical Center, according to prosecutors, and staff alerted police and Child Protective Services. Let's put his picture up again, put this dynamic of it. It's interesting, isn't it? So all of a sudden, the police department releases a statement saying, we're going to investigate. He has been taken off of active duty, no arrest powers, etc. The man has had a checkered past since 2016 at least. He almost killed a 3-year-old child. The fact of that is not in dispute whatsoever. It happened like that, according to the statement. But somehow, magically, charges are dropped, record expunged. Then we move on to a more recent incident of violence, but he gets to return. Details are murky. My point is, this officer must face the penalty required for his negligence and corruption. But he doesn't exist without the coexisting system that produced him. So while the police department will throw him under the bus because he's a little bit too toxic right now, I want you to remember, they didn't throw him under the bus when he almost killed a 3-year-old. They didn't throw him under the bus when he committed another crime allegedly of domestic violence. But when they got him getting into a vehicle on camera, the wheels start moving in the right direction as far as administrative leadership. What does that tell you? It tells you they really don't care what actually happened. They care what you can prove happened. Same thing actual criminals do. All right, Jackson, thoughts here.
Yeah, absolutely. They care what you can prove because I mean, if you just weigh things on a scale, abusing a child, almost killing a child, and domestic violence is worse than solicited consensual sex. So that's really all this is, as you pointed out. They just got embarrassed. It's embarrassing because at the end of the day, he could do this literally anywhere. Like you could do it in a hotel, you could do it at your house, her house, like literally anywhere other than it's not just in public, but at a park where there are people. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like he pulled up at like 5 a.m. and ain't nobody there. You know, there's people there, which I guess suggests that he has somewhat of a fetish or kink for, I don't know. But whatever's going on, this dude is way too comfortable. And he really needs to face some punishment. And he's another person who absolutely should not be a member of the force. But he's even worse than the other guy. I mean, the other guy was speeding and that was all bad. But this guy's actually hurting people. And just, I mean, this is creepy. It just really is creepy for him to do this. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like, according to just people recording, he's done it more than once.
Oh, yeah.
Right?